All of the new members to the page, welcome. We're growing by leaps and bounds because the word is spreading like wildfire. So I wanted to make a video to make sure everybody that's new understands what Daughters Advocating for Restoration is. So you may not know, but the Daughters of the American Revolution is a historic women's-only genealogical society founded in 1890 by women for women because they were excluded from joining the Sons of the American Revolution. What we've learned in 2023 is that the DAR has been quietly admitting men who self-identify as women to be members of the DAR. The President General in her message said that what she calls trans women are eligible and will continue to be eligible. And she bases this on the fact that if a man has his state certified birth certificate amended from a male sex marker to a female sex marker, then they're eligible. And that it's pretty much out of the DAR's hands at that point. That's their contention. And she also put out a one-page document in the same month, October of 2023, for frequently asked questions about this topic. And in that document, she makes the claim that trans women are not men. She says that trans women live and identify as women. Also in this document, she acknowledges that the DAR is a private member association and therefore outside of the scope of anti-discrimination law. So the reason I bring that up is because they have allowed, when I say they, I mean state and national officers, have allowed this idea to fester that the DAR must allow these men who self-identify as women to be members. Otherwise, our nonprofit tax status will be in jeopardy. So the fact that this idea is out there, it has put a fear into a lot of the members of the DAR, thinking that this is something that we have to do in order to comply with applicable law. The problem is that we can find no applicable law that says we must admit these men who self-identify as women. In fact, there is plenty of precedent that says the opposite. And again, the President General acknowledges this in her one-page document where she says that the DAR is a private member association and therefore outside of the scope of anti-discrimination law. And again, I say all of this because there has been tremendous pushback against this grassroots effort by members who simply want to maintain the status quo, who simply want to restore and preserve the DAR as it was founded as a women's only genealogical society. And the only conclusion we can draw from that is that this is an ideological movement. It's ideologically based decision by leadership. Otherwise, why not allow the members to openly and freely debate and discuss this topic? And that should tell you something. It tells you that they believe that if members knew about this and had a chance to vote on it openly and fairly, that the members would not vote to allow men who self-identify as women to be members. They would vote to maintain the definition of a woman as it's been understood since time immemorial. So again, this video is being made to get everybody up to date that's new to the page, that we are a grassroots movement of members of the DAR who love the DAR, who believe it is an institution worth saving. We believe it's an institution worth preserving for future generations. It's something we've had the benefit of, and we don't want to see it fundamentally changed. And again, it has been met with tremendous and extreme pushback from those in leadership, which is the reason why the Facebook page exists. For the better part of a year or two, every attempt made to reconcile differences in a private way were rejected, and members were admonished not to talk about this. Members are slowly learning their rights and realizing that this is absolutely something we can talk about. Members are told this is political, and therefore it's something that we can't talk about in meetings. Not so. Whether or not something is political is a matter of debate. The idea that members want to maintain the definition of a female as it has been understood since, again, time immemorial is not a political matter. In fact, the opposite is true. It's political to try to tell members that a trans woman is not a man. That's political. So again, everything is up for debate. Everything is negotiable in this society. You have a right to bring anything up to your chapter. We want to be as diplomatic. We want to be as loving and kind as possible. We have extended many olive branches to those who fundamentally disagree with us. We have no malice for people that disagree with us. We have no malice for these men who self-identify as women. We simply want to maintain the DAR as it was intended. We love the DAR, and we believe in restoration. We ask God for his help in seeing this through. We know we can't do it on our own, and we believe in restoration not because of who we are, but because of who he is.